My mom is 62 years young, has lowered her cholesterol from out of range into the normal range, and has lost about 15 to 20 pounds following the diet of her daughter, me, a plant-based nutritionist. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the easy meals that we put together while we were on vacation last week. Our favorite way to vacation is on a cottage on the beach. I'm curious, what is your favorite way to vacation, and can I come? But let me know in the comments. How do you like to vacation? If you're new to the channel, hey, I'm Emmie. I'm a plant-based nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. So if you're interested in that, just click the link in the down bar. All I've done here is cut up some zucchini, summer squash, and red onion. I didn't add any oil or anything to it, just put it directly on the nonstick tin foil in the oven at 425 for about 25 to 30 minutes. I also threw a couple of falafels in there. These are the oil-free papoose falafels that I found at Whole Foods. And then Healthy Mummy cooked us up some farro. So now we're gonna assemble some bowls. So I'm gonna put some lettuce in. Loading up all the veggies. Put in some farro. Got my falafel. I'm going to do some of the Good Neighbors garlic hummus. I'll do some of the chipotle. These are all no oil added. And then maybe if I feel crazy, I'll do some red pepper. How beautiful is this bowl? We have some hemp hearts, some hemp seeds here, so I'll sprinkle some of those on top.
This is really good.
Very good. And it's not dry.
So I said to Healthy Mummy, choose a grain, any grain, and she selected couscous for today's grain. So she cooked up some couscous. I also had her chop up a cucumber for us. We also have some roasted red peppers. When you buy these, you do want to make sure that they don't have any sugar added. Sometimes they do add sugar, but there's no shortage of these in the aisle with the pickles and the olives. Yes, they do have sodium, they do have added salt. If you are wary of salt for high blood pressure or whatever reason, you can simply rinse them. And if you want to be completely salt-free, then you can just do normal red bell peppers. But we love roasted red peppers, and they are super, super yummy in this bowl. I also have an avocado. I have here a sliced portobello mushroom. And this is great because it does give the umami flavor, which mimics meat. So your meal feels very complete, and you really feel like you got that hit that you needed for the satisfaction factor. So let me show you how I'm gonna prep these. I'm simply going to take a baking sheet and I put some nonstick tin foil on here. Normally I would use parchment paper, but this is what we have on vacation. I'm going to take my little spray bottle of liquid aminos. I will put this in the description bar so you can do it as well. And I'm just going to spray this. And then I'm going to take the mushroom and just lay it down. Can she make it fit perfectly? Does she have it in her? Yes, she can. Okay, so now I'm going to spray the tops just to give them some nice flavor and keep them from getting super dry. I also have here some extra firm tofu. I'm gonna cut this bad boy open. I don't know if I want to use this whole thing. Undecided. I don't think I do. I think I want to use half of it. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, I'll use half of this. Actually, just I'm putting it on the thing I used for the mushrooms. You really should press your tofu to get a lot of the water out. You get some of the water out here. You can buy a tofu press, but I'm just going to use this paper towel. Now I'm just going to chop it up into cubes, and then I'm going to put some liquid aminos on. Now I'm going to take more of that nonstick tin foil. I have the oven preheated to 400, and I'm going to put both of these in. I also have some edamame. I found it in the frozen section. Sometimes they do have it in the fresh section, but this was all I could find, so I'm going to heat some of this up as well. You can steam it in the bag, but we're not going to have the whole bag right now. So I'm just going to steam up a little bit of it. Here are the mushrooms, looking gorgeous as ever. I put them in for about 25 minutes. Everybody's oven is different, so you definitely want to watch. The good news is that because it's not meat, it's okay if it's undercooked. It's just a fungus. It won't kill ya. So here we have the mushrooms, and the tofu is still in there. I'm just gonna let it crisp up just a little bit more. I'll also go ahead and just slice up the avocado. I hope it's all right because it was tough to find any ripe ones. How beautiful. I'll just cut it in half so that Healthy Mummy can have some. She can cut hers up and I'll cut mine up. All right, the tofu is ready to go. So now we can go ahead and assemble our bowls. If you leave couscous to sit, it just turns into a big blob. Shrooms and tofu.
That quickly?
Do you not have the best daughter in the world?
The bestest.
All right, and of course I'm gonna put a bunch of lettuce on. I'm probably gonna put this in another bowl and mix it all up, but I wanted to make it nice and pretty so that you could see the whole thing here. And I can top it with some liquid aminos. I just want to show you the reality of what this actually looks like when I throw it all together. My food is very often not beautiful. I'll make it all pretty for the photo, but the reality is, you know, we just got a big bowl of stuff here. And this is what we're doing today. So yum, yum, yum. So we're having lovely company over today, and we're going to be building some grain bowls. So you take your bowl, and then we have bulgur wheat, we have barley, lettuce, avocado, grape tomatoes, roasted red peppers, roasted yellow peppers. This is oil-free baba ganoush, oil-free hummus, and then we have zucchini and summer squash that I just roasted on nonstick tin foil at 425 for about 20 minutes, as well as eggplant and red onions. So now we're going to build our grain bowls. All right, Healthy Mummy starting us off. You can put the bowl down. How beautiful is that? Alrighty, so I have a ginormous bowl here. This is a huge salad bowl, and I'm going to throw in some romaine. We have just been loving these bowls. Something about them is just so satisfying. For my dressing, if you will, fire roasted yellow peppers. Have you ever seen these? Of course, we always see the roasted red peppers, but I found the yellow ones as well. When you mix this, some of the juice in here with the hummus that I'm going to show you another dressing, and with the grains, it just becomes super creamy, as you'll see. So in goes some roasted red peppers. Pour some of the juice in there, some of the yellow. Then we have a ton of veggies going on. I roasted up some red onion, and then I also roasted up some zucchini and summer squash. Again, I just put this onto the nonstick tin foil at about 400 degrees for 20-25 minutes. And then I did some eggplant as well. Nothing added to it, just put it onto the nonstick tin foil. And then for our grain of choice, ooh, nice and steamy, we decided to do the Lundberg wild rice as our grain. So I'm gonna throw on the veg, put on all the onions, and then I'm gonna put on the eggplant at the end because it's sort of, I don't know, resembles something meaty. And this is very pretty, so I'm gonna take a picture before I put on my condiment. Mom, you can go for it. All the veg is yours, and then we'll split the eggplant in half. And then for my dressing, I'm gonna use the oil-free Good Neighbors hummus. When you mix it all together, it gets nice and creamy, and I'm gonna mix all of this before I put it on top of the grains. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of this plant-based queso dip. It's oil-free, it's made from cauliflower, bell peppers, almonds, almond butter. Really, really impressive stuff. This will give some serious flavor.
Do you want any of the rest of this?
No, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna put some wild rice in my bowl, put some of the salad on top. And then add on some eggplant. How beautiful is that? Gorgeous. Cool. And there we have it, folks. All right, so I have a cookie sheet lined once again with the nonstick tinfoil, and this time we're gonna do bell peppers. So I got a yellow bell pepper and I just cut it into strips and we're just gonna line it up. The oven is preheated at 400. Whenever I don't know what to preheat it to, I usually just do 400. And I'm gonna put this into the oven. And then I just have some shallots that I've peeled, and I'm actually going to pop these into my microwave steamer and steam them up. Alrighty, so I'm gonna build a bowl here. I'm gonna have multiple bowls, but of course I just make my bowls nice and pretty just so that you can see how beautiful they are. So I have some chopped up romaine. Then I have the peppers, which I put in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes and made them nice and beautiful. Then I'm going to take some farro. So once again, Healthy Mummy cooked up some grains for us. I have my shallots, and then I have some roasted red peppers. And then I'm going to take some of the Good Neighbors oil-free hummus. I'm going to do some garlic, and I'm also going to do some of the lemon. And there you have it, folks. My cute little bowl. Today's grain of choice is buckwheat, right, Healthy Mummy? Buckwheat for today? Barley? Okay. Today's grain of choice is barley, just cooked on the stovetop. And then we have an avocado here. We have some cherry tomatoes. So now we're just adding in some chopped cucumber. And then we have this lemon juice that we'll add in as well. You, of course, could use a real lemon, but this is just super easy. And then we have some of the Good Neighbor no oil added hummus that we will add on too. And then we have some hemp hearts that we're going to add on as well. So I have chopped up here a bowl of bell peppers. I have red bell peppers, and I also have just actually one red bell pepper and then one orange bell pepper that I chopped up. And then this is half of a red onion that I've chopped up. As always, I'm going to take my baking sheet, lined it with nonstick tin foil, and I'm going to lay out the veggies. Definitely don't want to overcrowd it, but also there's only so much room in the oven. I also have some of the oil-free falafels that I get from Whole Foods. If you don't have these, you can just use chickpeas. And I'm just gonna take 2 of these and put them onto the baking sheet. Next we have these sliced mushrooms. Mom, how much of this container do you want? I am going to line a sheet with nonstick tin foil again. I'm just going to spray it with some liquid aminos. And take some of the mushrooms, lay them on. See how many we can get on here. And then spray them again. I have the oven at 450 right now. We'll maybe turn it down, but we're going to throw all of these in and I'll check them after about 20 minutes. So these were in at, I turned it down to 425 and I put them in for about 20 minutes and they cooked up beautifully, nice and caramelized. The mushrooms as well. So now we're going to build some bowls. And Healthy Mummy made up some, this is barley, right, Mom? Made up some barley for us. This is just left over. And so we're gonna put together bowls. Healthy Mummy's bowl has the barley, avocado, some of the oil-free hummus, mushrooms, grape tomatoes, tahini, and she's gonna put on some hemp seeds. There we go. So I have thrown some barley in the bottom here, heated it up. I'm going to put in some chopped romaine lettuce. I'm gonna do 2 separate bowls. So I'll put in half of the peppers, half of the onions. I think I am gonna throw in a little bit more barley. I'll do a falafel, and I'm gonna do some of the garlic hummus as well as the lemon hummus. Some of the lemon, some of the garlic, and now I will mix it all up. And here it is when it's all mixed up. Nice and ugly. The uglier, the tastier. You have got to watch the entire Healthy Mummy series where we tracked my mom's progress on my Slim on Starch program. So click here to watch that, and I will see you in my next video.